They've been on one date, but he's currently sleeping in her bed.
That bastard!
Hey, what's going on? Sit with the Intel, and we are getting ready to watch Rakai. You thought I was going to say something else. Rakai's in the building. What's going on with you, my guy?
Hello, Governor.
Hey.
Good to see you, mate.
Hey, man, as always, this is a special feel-good moment because Scott Pilgrim is one of my favorite movies. It's a decent manga, and now we get a chance to see the Netflix rendition. It's a series. Long time coming, man. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling really good about it. The fact that he brought back all of the voice actors from the movie. Edgar Wright is still involved. Like, to take a movie that I love so much, it was around, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And now give me 6, 8, 10 hours of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, please.
Yes. We about to jump into an absolute deep dive in all of this, so make sure you stay towards the end when we do have our little bit of review. And also, you might hear about how you can hear this in its full glory on the Patreon. So without any further ado, let's get started. We have achieved the dooms. This is how much I love Scott Pilgrim. I even played the game, and the game is dope. Like, I don't know if you played it. It's the old N60, old Nintendo 8-bit version of it.
Yeah.
I'm so alone.
Precious little life.
The girl of my dreams?
It's time to wake up, dude.
Hey!
But she has cool hair and wheels.
Wow, so specific. When are you getting your own place?
I don't have to take this guff from you.
You know what's crazy
You're
is
right. You don't.
the actor that plays
Leave.
Wallace, the Culkin kid, Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Anyway.
I didn't really know about him when this movie came
Kieran.
out, and now he's like a superstar now. So now I hear his voice, and it's so obvious.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I knew about him when this did come out, but I was like, probably one of those things that you saw him, is like, is that Macaulay? Like, no, that's his brother, Kieran.
Yeah. One of them Culkins. It feels like a class reunion almost, like.
Maybe Knives has really good taste and knows things others don't.
Wouldn't count on it.
Want to do it again?
Let's do it again!
So for the fans in the comments, let me know, the original creator of the comic was an American creator, right? If I remember right, let me know if I'm wrong on that. So it's not technically a manga. It's technically more of like a graphic novel, if I remember right.
Scott, your life is so interesting.
Thanks, Kim. Oh, that was sarcasm.
Yeah, we just not even going to acknowledge the fact that God is 23 dating a 17-year-old.
It's a little off.
I'm pretty sure in Canada, I still know what's up.
There she go.
They're okay. I mostly watched older stuff when I was a kid. You know, Columbo reruns.
Reruns. Cool.
Columbo. Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you just ask me if I was real?
No, I was talking to someone else. Bye.
Wow.
Ramona.
She's from New York City.
The Big Apple.
She moved here after a bad breakup.
She's single?
Got a job delivering DVDs for Netflix.
DVDs for Netflix.
yeah, this is old.
Yeah, that's funny.
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh,
thanks, Julie, bye.
There's some kids that have no idea that Netflix used to deliver DVDs. Like
DVDs, what are those?
why would they deliver them?
Because in the movie, she worked for like UPS or something, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, the game is over too. It's over a second time. That sounds fun.
But are you waiting for the
I love
DVD?
that you could hear the modem clicking in the background.
I'm Scott Pilgrim. Wallace is my cool gay roommate. He lets me use his credit card.
Oh, so like a sugar daddy situation.
Wow.
Sugar what?
Cool. Enjoy your DVD.
That is funny. And the bird laughed at it. That is hilarious.
You want to go on a date with me?
Doesn't have to be a date. It could be a low-key team-up. Canada and America. Oh, this? Well, obviously one of us went to Professor Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, and one of us did not.
Is that a Sonic thing?
Mm.
Between what and what?
Well, my last job is a really long story filled with sighs. Maybe we can get into it in a later episode. Yeah. Are you?
I grew up in the mountains, man.
Did you do a lot of skiing?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh. Is that Gideon?
It's Gideon.
And I wasn't even trying.
This really picked up.
Yeah, Canada. Thought you supposed to be good with this.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Good thing this wasn't a real date. Otherwise, it would qualify as a major disaster.
I'll make us some tea.
Sleeping time.
You look like you're dying. Let me get you a blanket.
I haven't seen an egg timer in a minute.
Yeah.
Cause everybody just use their phones now or their microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel
Dude,
you feel like you're in the 90s?
Oh, absolutely.
Does this help?
Oh.
I'm cold too.
He's a very, very forward New Yorker.
There you go. Way to get that level up.
I guess.
Maybe we could both get under it while it's on the bed, since we're both cold.
That lane game worked. Oh, yeah. He didn't level it all the way up.
From what? To what?
I don't want to have sex with you, Pilgrim. Not right now.
That's okay.
I'm not going to send you home in a snowstorm or anything. You can sleep in my bed. And I reserve the right to change my mind about the sex later.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm in the front door. That's what matters.
Listen, he made it way past the front door.
I didn't bring you here for flattery. Things have taken a turn. It seems our dear Ramona has a new suitor.
It's really happening? Who is he?
Scott Pilgrim, 23 years old, lives in Toronto, Canada, jobless, hopeless. He's in an indie band of subjective quality. They've been on one date, but he's currently sleeping in her bed.
That bastard!
Scott Pilgrim is dating a high schooler.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say he's dating a high schooler?
Right.
Our intel says they've never kissed, but they did hold hands once.
Does Ramona know?
Oh, well, he can't go to jail, I guess.
Wow. And I thought we were evil. What's his fight experience?
He's been described as, quote, the best fighter in the province, unquote.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna kill him. And then he'll be dead.
I hope Scott Pilgrim enjoys the final few days of his precious little life.
Listen, if we talking about the age of egg timers and DVDs being delivered,
Not quite
and
8
this
a.m.
dude has
I have to work.
NSA level security surveillance. Like, listen,
Hey, can this not be a one-night stand? For one thing, I'm not even sure if it would count.
I'll consider it.
Oh, my band has a show tonight at the Rocket, 9 p.m.
You have a band.
Yeah, we're terrible.
look at her face.
Yeah, okay. 9 p.m., the Rocket. I'll be there.
Hey, that's
You
that
know, no,
victory
for-
walk.
I bet you're wondering why I never came home last night.
I did wonder how I got so lucky.
Dear Mr. Pilgrim, my name is Matthew Patel. I challenge you to a blah blah blah, something about fighting, League of Evil Exes.
Yada yada.
More like a league of boring. You coming to our show tonight?
Unfortunately, yes.
I feel so excited I might actually pass out!
Boy, sure seems like nobody delivered crushing news to you today.
Oh, you poor thing. You're better than him. Just know that, okay? Better than who?
I have to go.
Huh?
You know, from the movie, I always got the idea that Scott was younger than his sister.
No, I'm kind of seeing someone in the band.
That's crazy. I am too.
Who are you dating in the band?
We are Sex Baba!
Hey,
Mm,
she came with the same energy. Bet.
yeah.
Mr. Pilgrim!
Reversal.
I said, don't get it twisted, yo. I'm nice with these.
Mhm.
Aren't you Scott Pilgrim?
Depends who's asking.
It is I! Matthew Patel, Ramona's first evil ex-boyfriend.
Say what?
Cool. And you're here because...
Didn't you read my letter?
Kind of.
I hand-delivered it during a blizzard.
The disrespect.
It said Ramona Flowers has 7 evil exes, each more powerful than the last, all of whom you must defeat in order to date her.
We're evil exes. We dated Ramona.
We dated Ramona.
You knew about this?
Right. Yeah. I heard about it. I sort of thought it was a joke.
And you really dated this guy?
Yeah. In middle school.
In third grade.
It was football season, and for some reason, all the little jocks wanted me. Matthew Patel was the only non-white, non-jock boy in school. He didn't even get truly evil until high school, and by that time he lived far, far away.
Mystical powers? Unfair.
All fair in love.
Unfair.
War? I think it's war.
Time to fight!
Matthew Patel versus Scott Pilgrim. Round 1.
Oh, straight out the game. Let's go.
Oh.
I won? I won!
Was it like 35 cents? If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Centel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Am I off? I thought Scott Pilgrim won the first fight, but then again, I don't know. It's been a
And
second.
that's the beauty of this.
Huh. Okay, I'm right though, right? He won the first fight, right?
In the movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. All
Now,
right.
I don't quite remember how it went down in the, the graphic novel.
Yeah.
Or, so if you're giving us something that's closer to the graphic novel, then yeah, I'm with it. I mean, because you just have to think about the timeline in the movie, right?
Right.
We've already progressed to the fight with Matthew Patel.
Yep.
In episode 1.
Yeah.
What's this series? Only six episodes?
It's eight total, but yeah, we're moving. Yeah.
I mean, and not to spoil anything for, but I can't imagine anybody who's watching this right now who has not seen the movie. Like, shame on you. So if you guys think about, okay, so we got the twins, we got Lucas Lee, we got Old Girl, we got Superman, and we got Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, each one of them like garner an episode to themselves. So, but we got 8.
Yeah.
It seems like we could have built up more between, Scott and Ramona and this whole thing with knives before we got to the first. I didn't expect at least this Matthew Patel fight to like episode 2.
Yeah. But that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing because if you've played the game or you've read the graphic novel and if you've seen the movie, and you probably want to be in a space where you don't necessarily have to have dramatic changes, but at least subtle changes enough to be like, give you that moment where you kind of like just got to tilt your head and then just keep you invested. Obviously maintain your core audience and the new viewers, but some subtle changes here and there. And who knows, it may not even be not so subtle as far as we know. We have no idea what the direction they're going to take with this project, but we're here.
Well, from what I heard, it was going to stay very true to the original, the source material.
Okay.
Which I think is really interesting. Just because just looking at this versus the movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about that. This versus the movie, as far as like how it feels, how the actors / voice actors are doing. How are you feeling regarding the two as a comparison?
I mean, I think that everything is fantastic. I mean, as far as I really need to see the source material.
Okay.
To see, because right now my whole comparison is to the movie.
Okay.
And if I'm comparing it to the movie, it's fantastic. So you change small things here and there. There wasn't as much build up with the band. It seems like even if it was a few minutes, we got more of that. We got a little bit more investment into the band going in that. Old Girls Party seemed like there was more. Now I understand that you have to change the references and things like that. So, because I remember in the party, he talked about the difference in Pac-Man.
Right.
Instead of talking about Sonic.
Right.
Yeah, they call it Puck-Man, and that translated to something different in Japan or whatever. So yeah, so there's little small stuff. I think the movie was great in alluding to, like, I had no idea that he actually smashed on the first night. I did not think that at all. Not at all. And I know, what I'm saying? Like, Ramona she seems to be very, she knows what she wants. She does what she wants. And I'm cool with that. But it's just like, okay, so you chose, for whatever reason, this 23-year-old lame-o loser who's in between jobs, who, as far as she knows, has the super cool but gay sugar daddy who happens to be dating a 17-year-old high school girl. Like, ooh, Ramona, no wonder you ran from New York. Your choices are not strong.
Ramona's messy. She real messy.
Yeah. This whole League of Evil Exes, messy is beyond her. On top of the fact that really we didn't, it's not really covered in the movie. I mean, but I guess some people thought about it, like, what is she holding on to that she's got this Paul Allen, Steve Jobs level techno genius who is NSA, FBI level spying on her, and a whole league of evil exes to fight off whatever new dude comes into her life. Listen, she got that, what was that, in Harlem Nights? She throw it in the star in the sky, make sunshine. And listen, if Ramona Flowers is sitting on that, I don't want no parts of that. Keep that far away from me. Lord. These people are willing to fight to the death to not even be with her, just to keep other people away from her. No, sir.
Oh, yo, good. I co-sign on a lot of that. There is. I can't lie though. I did have an adjustment. Maybe like the first 10 minutes. Let's say like the first third. It took me a second, because I'm a fan of Edgar Wright, and Edgar Wright has a style. He just has this thing, right?
Absolutely.
And in my head, I'm safe. That's my safe space, is that Edgar Wright style. And this is not that. This is a different style. It's not a bad thing. It's just different. And you gotta be like, oh, okay. Are we playing in somebody else's sandbox? The characters are still fun to play with, but it's definitely a different kind of sandbox. But I'm here for it. I'm definitely. Yeah,
because Edgar Wright is executive producing. He's not actually directing.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And that's great. I mentioned like the 4 different mediums that it's on. The original creator doing the graphic art. The video game has a totally different kind of flow and style to it. The movie and this. I'm happy that we got those differences, and it also makes me, as I'm sitting here watching this stuff and I'm listening to you talk, and we're talking about some of the smaller discrepancies. I'm like, dang man, I might have to go back and dig through the crates and see if I can't find the graphic novel, because it's literally, golly, it's been 15 years probably since I've read it. I really don't even really recall it that much. So that's going to be like some homework for me. I'm like, dang, let me go back and maybe just do like a quick scan or skim through it. Maybe even play the game again with my son again, because we played that during COVID. So it's if they're trying to breathe more life into the franchise of what Scott Pilgrim is, this episode is doing a really good job of like making me feel kind of like reinvested. I'm curious how you all feel in the comments as well regarding this. 8 total episodes. We've got 1. The movie was like a couple of hours, and they had to like really get everything in kind of tight, and they did a beautiful job. This one seems a little bit less stressed to kind of like let the story breathe and stuff like that. I'm excited, man. How are you feeling about the future so far?
Oh, I can't wait. Again, if you've seen the movie, you know what beats, you know what things are coming. So to see it played out, and like you said, a different sandbox than Edgar Wright, but still enjoyable. And I just thought of something that you said just a minute ago. This is one of the first times that I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's one of the first times for me that seeing something and knowing that it comes from a manga, or knowing it comes from a graphic novel, and not being super familiar with that medium, and be like, you know what, I might need to go find that. And I understand now why they do these things that are nostalgia or things like that for us, where they make these properties, because it just starts this resurgence. The versus battles, and people, old school artists to us, and they doing all the hits, and we like, oh yeah, we grooving. And then the next day, like they're streaming on Apple and all that stuff just skyrockets. It goes just off the charts, because a lot of people are not as familiar with everything, or reinvesting in that material. And this is one of those times for me. I usually don't do that, but I was like, watching this first episode, I was like, man, these little changes, I might need to go find a graphic novel and read how was it supposed to be at first, what changes did they make the movie, and what changes did they make back here, which one do I kind of vibe with out of all 3, or do I love all 3 regardless of the little switches.
Yeah. Let us know how you feel about that in the chat, and also let us know what your expectations are for the future, and what are you excited and or disappointed. There could be some people that may not like those changes. If you are one of those individuals, let us know in the comments and why. And also, let us know what you thought stood out most. The battles is what I think. The battles is probably the last barrier for me to make me be 100% on board, because the battles are epic in the movie, and I'm going to see how that translates. This one happened like super fast with the Patel one, but we're going to see, what happens in episode 2 and what happens in some of the future battles. And I'm like I said, I'm over the moon that it's back. It's back. It's like seeing an old friend and be like, yo, dog, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Let's catch up. That's how this feels. All right, Rakai, man, hey, go and let the people know how they can get in contact with you, my guy.
On all social media, at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND. It's all about this right here.
Thank you so much. Hey, and just if this is the first episode, I want all of you all to know that there is our home where we came from is this network called the Geekish Network. Is where we cut our teeth to be where we are right now. And this doesn't happen without the Geekish Network. So please go support them. There'll be a link in the description. You'll probably hear us refer to them quite often through the rest of this series. Gotta show love. And if you've enjoyed this conversation and this review, go ahead and hit that subscription button. And of course, give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we giving ya. Scott Pilgrim episode 1 is done. We will see you on number 2. All right, y'all. Peace.